this one going cause some controversy. But you know, say music is music, and music need lyrics just like Matic need bullet. Chat bout. Why enough of them are this jungle music? When enough of my DJ friends I eat food out, I eat after. Jungle music, I get the music. So from I get out the way I feel boast it again.
Over the oceans and over the seas, you know when we come it's just reality.
It's about street music, it's about heritage, it's about mixing, it's about, you know, the fusion, and it's exactly about what the UK represents.
We did a session with Congo Natty sometime last year, and that went down quite well, and this was totally different, something out of the blue. And we said, well, look, Papi, that's our answer. They say, because we can do the Dub to Jungle tour and just let it rise, because Jungle is coming back into the fold.
So then this year, they had the vibes to do a Dub to Jungle, and we'd played together a couple times, and we got good vibes, and it felt right to do a tour together.
A rebel that came to me, Congo, that came to me and told me about the tour and asked me if I, you know, he wanted me to get involved. Plus, I grew up on dub.
Jungle night is really another form of reggae roots music.
Jungle is still like reggae, dub, like it's that category.
Jungle music, I mean already that's 20 years old, it's still being played in the current day, but the samples are still being used in the records that Mikey Channel 1 is playing today. So, you know, there's a lot of history in all of it.
Dub and Jungle are the same. They're from the same source, right? That's coming from Africa, seeing. And, you know, it's taken 20 years for things to grow so that naturally now youths that coming up in this time, they're drawn to dub and they're drawn to jungle, they're drawn to dubstep. Dub and jungle are jazz music, Rastafari music, you know, and the frequencies and the vibration are, you know, the same. It's just that jungle is our dub, coming from the UK, seeing, so we're just following on the pattern that was already set by the great producers from Jamaica. Yeah.
What I'm trying to really show, right, is that you see, as we know, sir, the foundation of every music in the world is roots music, but not roots music as we know it. The first roots music was the drums in Africa, right? That was the first roots music, was a drum. Man a licking kete drum, right? But then next minute the man having big bass drum, boom! Everywhere for about 10, 20, 30 miles could hear that bass drum. You may not hear the little drums, but you hear that bass drum.
We're just trying to take it to a higher level. You know, as sound system, as through Rastafari, we have to just try and take it as far as we can go, because, you know, it's you don't get no help from the big corporate people. You know, so you have to do it yourself. Rastafari.
I think people were really kind of responding to the vibe behind the music. It's got passion behind it, it's got history behind it, and it's still blowing up a dance. So it's perfect, basically.
From Manchester to Bournemouth, from, you know, Bristol to Birmingham to Leicester to London, each city it's got its own take on it, and I think that's the beauty of the UK. And that's the beauty of like dub and jungle. No, you tap into it how you feel you want to tap into it.
The nights have been amazing. We've had some fantastic energy.
Yeah, the crowd tonight was amazing. Like, and full sing-along moments. Crowd with the music, crowd singing, lights up. Yeah. And then with this man to Satan,
So everyone's happy and relaxed, and you know.
You know, Channel 1 are the foundation for me. The authenticity of rolling in speakers.
Channel 1 it's been something that a higher force. You know, you asked me first who kind of organizes, but I would say Jah has brought us together.
true Congolese coming from Rastafari, and them see where Channel One coming from a sound system level, also true Rastafari. What I like, the element is the two young girls who's coming, Phoebe and Nancy.
From day I've always heard Channel One, and when I'm talking about sound systems, and then to actually meet them and jam with them and bond up with them and vibes with them, it's been sick, man. It's been hard.
Congo Natty, of course. He's such a legend that anything he touches is gold, absolute gold. So
everybody as a whole, anyway, it's just a blessed thing. It's like a big family of people.
If you follow the family tree, and I think it's important to look at the relationship of the branches, everything comes back down to, the earth and how we eat and how we breathe and how we live. And that fundamentally for me is kind of dub and all the facets that it expands to.
Dub is like the foundation, because a dub tune is ultimately a tune that you know without the vocals. So all reggae is dub. See? So reggae music now, which incorporates dub, rockers, everything, is the influence of world music today. And for I coming from the UK, that has been the foundation of our music, dub music. Yeah, man.
I mean, when you really do your homework and look into the history, there are all kinds of arguments that hip hop came out of dub with the DJing technique, MCing, even the format of an MC and a turntable player. That whole formula comes directly from reggae, as well as a lot of other things. Like going back to the production side of things, we're talking about the bass music. What influence has dub got on that? It's a whole philosophy, really.
You see, dub music is always been there. It's always been there at the end of the day. What I would like to call it is roots. You see, because the roots thing is coming from underground, and the roots thing is coming from somewhere where a lot of these, corporate people don't want to go. You see? So when it comes from roots, and I say you can say roots, people call it dub, but I like to still call it culture. The roots thing and the dub thing is coming from, way back, that come from Jamaica. Undiluted, you see, and that's how sound system come about, playing undiluted dub from say King Tubby's, you see, Studio One, Treasure Isle, you see, that's how we do, that's how we used to play it, undiluted dub, not no water out at all, you see, it's it's dub, it's roots, it's Rasta. We still have to maintain the same structure. You see, and we can't let people take over and say, well, boy, they might go water it down into this, water it down into that. No, we still have to stay in the same structure, because when Greg Isaac sing, is singing. When you hear it on a sound system, it's like 10 times better. You see, that's the whole idea about sound system. That's where I come, that's where I fit in. You see, sound system. Rastafari. You see, Rastafari.
Not every music lasts forever or the test of time. I don't have to name the names, but some music is just here for a moment, or have been just here for a moment, then they disappear. So some of them is just hype. But dub is, as I said before, the root.
Is Rastafari, is the heartbeat, yeah man, the love of Rastafari. Selassie.
Well, the place of Rastafari carries me through to whatever I do. Whatever I do, whatever me and Caleb, the works that we call it is your works. And the most significant thing about this thing is that when you listen to the word and the sound and the power, you're gonna get again an undiluted spectrum of Rastafari. Nothing's gonna be taken out, and we're not throw nothing in.
I came up on Coxsone sound, which is a Rastaman sound, when I was a youth. You know, so it's pure the influence of pure Rastaman around me as a young youth.
The core elements of what it speaks is true and it's nice. You know, either which way, it teaches people to be good.
I was young. I wasn't exactly. My name is Rastaman, and where I was young, I was from Brixton, so I used to get in trouble, enough little things. So it's more to do with the guidance that Rastafari gave me, more than I just said I'm going to be. Do you understand me? Or I am. You understand me?
It is truly about peace and love and being humble and, you know, working as a team, and, you know, it's great to see that sort of thing. And, you know, so therefore I see it as a really positive influence.
Music transcends barriers, and the music is the revolution. So, you know, this is the fullness of it.
These sort of tours do break down barriers in that aspect.
Now people are a lot more open-minded. They don't mind going to a rave where it's going to play some dub and then maybe some drum and bass.
You see, when I started the sound system, and I took it over from my elder brother, whatever, I had a vision.
I mean, that's Channel One's motto, and that's one that they've had for years and years and years. Bob Marley did it, you know, playing reggae to white people and bringing people together.
You see, so when I went and played it with people like Buster Blood Vessel, when I used to play with Selectors, you see, I used to play with all these man, Oswald, Misty Roots, you see.
Well, quality is important, right? Because just, you know, if you look through your two eyes, yeah, and things look a bit blurry, you're gonna have to get some visionary things dealt with, right? So that's the same with music.
The technical side is very, very important.
Dub with great production is nuclear, bruv. Yeah. You understand me?
So when Channel One sound system come, I said, you know, we used to play valve. We used to play valve amplifier. Valve gives you a particular warm sound. You see? And once you get that warm sound, people want to hear the sound as not too much in your ears, you know, but they want to hear your pants foot shake. You see, and that's the whole idea of sound system. That's my interpretation. As in, when you know, say your pants length can shake, then you can say, yeah, man. I say you're getting that sound, not to bust out your ears and whatever and make ears them start bleed and all them things. We're not into that. Channel One sound system not into that. I want to get this sound which is not too loud, but is rolling and it lifting up people, and that's what we call upliftment.
One love, and let's try and make every day like a day one. So today is day one of a new beginning. So that's what I would say to the people. Just keep the one love in your heart and let's go forward.
Listen, I have to big up the sound, right?
Yeah.
Noise control, yeah?
You can experience a tune at home, man, but you've got to come and hear it played out in the system. That's the most important thing. Support the artists, come to the dances, buy the music, and just keep the scene going, because, you know, a lot of people working really hard to bring music to people with ears.
And so we just give thanks to everybody's support and whatever, and through Rastafari, we can just carry ourselves through and just live clean and decently. Rastafari.
Yeah, all the people who love jungle and dub, tell the fly say just deal with love, yeah, not war. A dub and jungle and the whole bass thing is all about love, remember.
Protect the colony, listen to the prophecy, understand it properly, hold the hand and follow we. Protect the colony, listen to the prophecy, understand it properly, yeah.